Hello there and good evening, it's me RJB from RJB TV, and it looks like Burgersasu already has beef with Christmas Eve, even though we're still a couple weeks removed from Christmas. But that is not something that will hold Burgersasu back. If there's beef to be had on the burger, then there will be beef on the burger. So here we got Burgersasu on the bottom left of the map, the blue Terran, and we have Christmas Eve there on the white Protoss on the other top side of the left side of the map. Christmas Eve, I literally know absolutely nothing about this player, but I do know a little thing about Christmas Eve itself. But you're not here for Christmas Eve, you're here to watch another Christmas Eve try and beat up Burgersasu. But as we know, Burgersasu is a veteran in facing challengers intending to beat him up. That's why he's here on the Terran, heroically braving every single challenge thrown at his feet. Starts with a supply depot first, and I'm just going to be talking some gibberish at the start because that is what I do. Really, not much happens at the start. They're having a conversation about something, but because I don't read Korean, and because most people don't read Korean here in the chat, or in the viewers, it's just going to be a mystery. If someone can translate the beef, or the conversation they're having right now for me, that would be great. It would add a little bit more spice to the mix. Nexus first there because he's on a corner spawn there. That is as expected. And Burgersasu for a double barracks after the very first supply depot. Is he going to go for a third barracks? Probably, but he might not. It's always a mystery with these players. Do they go double barracks or triple barracks? I think triple barracks is a bunch stronger than double barracks. But you know, triple barracks means that you do slow down your second command center if you are against a Protoss that went a Nexus first. Because if the Protoss goes Nexus first, you can definitely go a command center as Terran yourself. And that is why they get the double barracks and not the triple, because most Protoss players, when they're on a corner spawn, which has a pretty high chance, like it's a 50% chance that there's a Protoss on the corner spawn. So in the case that there's a Protoss on the corner spawn, you know, if you didn't go for triple barracks, you can get that command center, just like Burgersasu, much earlier than usual. Because if you get the barracks first, and then you have, of course, Marines in production, which all slows down your command center, you got like 2:10 or like 2 minutes and 5 seconds, somewhere in between that mark. And if he had gone for the barracks before it's like the third barracks and made some Marines and not a supply depot, it would be like at most 3 minutes into the game before he got that second command center. So yeah, that's gonna give him a lot of economic boost. A lot of economic boost compared to having it much later. So Zell there coming from across the map from Christmas Eve. Pylon in the front and a cannon in the front as well. He went for a very interesting order here. He went for Nexus, Gateway, 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 Forge, Gas, Cybercore. Very weird order, but a lot of players have their own unique build orders that are slightly different from what I would consider are the best ones. But the thing about fastest map is that you do actually have the freedom to get very personalized build orders and still be highly effective. But there are some build orders that are widely considered to be the best. And I would say that Nexus, Triple Gateway, Forge, Assimilator, Choke, Cybercore, I'd say it's not one of them, but I would be judging Christmas Eve way too early because I've seen weirder build orders with way better players. I mean, I don't know who Christmas Eve is, but I assume he's not like a Brain or a Bjol. I'm just gonna assume that for now. Those players have done some weird stuff. They've done some weird stuff in Seal 1 games. So Factor coming up from Burgersasu, which is facilitated by his very early gas, which he got before the command center, allows him to tech up much faster. There's a wall in the way, and the front cells are coming in to poke in their heads and try to get some Marine kills, but honestly, that was not the best choice that Christmas Eve could have made. Although he's getting quite some kills, maybe it was the best choice. Did not think it would turn out that way. I think these cells are all low HP. I think he could have just kept on fighting instead of trying to run away, and he could have mostly killed pretty much all of them. But in the end, do the Zealots actually achieve something? Gets one SCV kill, that's about it. This one is running in a circle, going to try to get that one on the corner, but it runs away to the bottom side and gets saved by random RNG, moving into the bottom, so that one stays alive as well. In the end, the Zealots wind up just being a distraction, really. And I think that the distraction that they amount to was not worth it. I don't think that was worth it. I do not think it was worth it. And it's largely not worth it because Burgersasu did end up pulling a pretty good micro move at the choke, which prevented most of the Marines from dying, and they've now joined up with medics, so they're all still healthy. And he's moving across the map to maybe try and go and bust and break open this choke point. Settlers are moving in the middle of the map, and they do get the SCV. No, do not get the SCV. SCV gets information on the choke point. Very important information. Marines are on the hunt, stimming down the Zealots. Zealots are retreating back. One Zealot goes down. Reaver is almost finished, but not quite finished enough. So it will take some time before the Reaver arrives. Burgersasu is not going to try to break through because usually you cannot break through on double barracks. You cannot break through in double barracks. You simply do not have enough Marines to break through double cannon and some Zealots standing in the front. You do not have enough. If you had triple barracks, you could definitely, in the situation, try to break through. But, you know, he went for the early command center, no third barracks. There are always advantages and disadvantages to every single choice you make. In this case, Burgersasu does not have the choice to try and bust open that choke with Marine, Stim, and Medic, which he otherwise would have had. Alright, he otherwise would have had that opportunity. So the double Reaver there are finished up and entering the shuttle. Another shuttle and a Reaver are on the way. But first, this is going to be the very first attack. We're going to see Zealots. Okay, not the first attack, the second attack from him. He's going to get Zealot speed finished, and then he's going to try to bust open the front door with the Reaver and Zealot speed. And because we don't have a functional wall there in the front yet, it might actually work. It might work. Oh no, he's gonna snipe the shuttle. Oh, a huge mistake, but a huge little move by Burgersasu. Buys him a lot of time. Also, we have a dropship trying to get onto the probes. But guess what? Cannons all around the Nexus. Christmas Eve does not, unlike Meppo, have bad Nexus and probe defense. His probe defense so far is pretty good. Maybe you could argue he got his cannons a little bit too early, but honestly, the dropship came in, cannons were finished and ready. He managed to prevent losing his probes. So now we got the second attempt here by Christmas Eve to break to the front. But this time we have a wall in the front there. Zealots are blocking. Raids in the sky are hunting down the shuttle. Reaver unloads. Reaver shoots his load on the tank, but the tank shuttle goes down, and so will the Reaver. But the Zealots do break their way through. Just imagine if he hadn't lost that very first shuttle with the double Reaver inside. This might have been a completely different story because Burgersasu had fewer Marines and only one tank in the front, and he did not have a wall yet. Burgersasu might have actually died to the very first attack with the Reaver and the Zealots if he did not stim and snipe the shuttle right at his front door. But now we got a shuttle there moving over the bottom side. There's nothing in between, literally nothing in between. Wide open path on the bottom side for the Reaver to fly in. There's a Reaver, 2 Zealots inside. Starts building the turret. We got units from Burgersasu moving across the map, ready to go for a big attack. But we have a drop on the bottom side going in. Flies over the turret under construction, flies in into the backside. Burgersasu not responding, not moving. He moves a little bit late. Snipes the shuttle before the Reaver unloads yet again. So now we have a push happening in the front there. Cannons are getting taken down there by the tanks. Burger has a strong position. Reaver shoots its load. Reaver kills only... Okay, gets a lot of them. That Scarab got stuck for a very long time. Reaver stays alive. Reaver micro is great there from Christmas Eve. Gets another shot. All the tanks are dead and gone. The attack got shut down by 3 or 4 Zealots and a Reaver in his shuttle. That Reaver control was great. Almost got taken down. Like 2 more shots and it would have died. He managed to dodge tank shots with the micro. That was some very high level stuff. Dodging tank shots with a Reaver and a shuttle is not easy to do. It requires very exact and precise timing. Very exact and precise timing. And he managed to pull it off. Christmas Eve just went up on my power rankings. I mean, he wasn't on there yet because we've never watched a Christmas Eve game, but that was some really good stuff. And once again, loses the shuttle, but This time around, he unloads the Reavers, but the Reavers, of course, will die to the Wraiths. The Wraiths are doing their job, the Wraith defense. And this time around, the Wraiths just happen to be on the exact correct position. We have one armory on the bottom, getting level 1 attack there for the tank. He's on 6 factories, lifted up the barracks there to the sides to get vision on the map, hunting down the zealots and the probes to prevent construction of pylons on the side. He's going to try to do the same in the middle and on the bottom, but the Wraiths are already on the hunt. They see everything, and they fly right into the shuttle by pure chance. Shuttle is on the run. Nope, stays alive, makes his escape, goes for the probe instead. Now going to go to the bottom side and kill this probe on the bottom as well, and prevent Christmas Eve from ruining Burgersasu's night. So we have 4 gas at the moment, 70 SCVs. He's rich. He's got a lot of money coming into the bank. He has about, I'd say, 10 SCVs strewn about the base. That's 3, 1, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 SCVs building stuff around the base. So most of the SCVs are indeed on the economy. We have a, wait, there's an attack in the front. It's not really an attack, he's just throwing away the zealots to try and maybe kill this wall. But the tank on the high court is really being a pain. But the Reaver comes in onto the backside, but the SCVs do make their escape. Reaver goes down, kills 2 SCVs in the end. That is a lucky defense there. He really did not get a lot of turrets on the side. Look at this. 1 turret, but it died. So 1 turret remains. 2 turrets over the entire top side. 2 over the entire bottom corner. Like, only 4 turrets on the sides. This guy is just using his awareness instead of using static defense structures to defend himself against drop. But here comes a big drop and he flies right past it. This is actually Christmas Eve's perfect chance to go for a big hitting drop and end the game once and for all, because Burgs has his low economy and his troops are moving out of the base, trying to escape with the SCVs. Reaver is too far away, so are the Templars, but he's going to take down the command center. He's going to try to repair. Units are coming back home. Storms and SCVs are repairing. He's going to lose this one. He's going to lose the command center. Is he? No. Is he going to stay alive? Is he going to lose it? Yeah, it's going to go down for sure. Burgersasu moved out at the wrong time, and the shuttles from Christmas Eve just flew right around the Wraiths. That was a little bit lucky. Most of the SCVs, though, still alive, but they're on the other side of the map. It's going to take a while before his income stabilizes and returns back to where it should be. Archon there still in the back, still killing stuff. Archon against tank. Who's going to win? Archon against tank. Tank wins because there's 2 Wraiths to help him, but he's pushing in the front. He's at the same time, as he was losing his entire economy, pushing into Christmas Eve's base, and Christmas Eve might not be ready for this huge, large-scale attack. No cannons in the front, no detection in the front, nothing they can shoot up into the sky. Templars are dying, loading on top of the tanks, but there's a Reaver there in the front. Reaver gets taken down, loses his entire supply. Shuttles in the sky are useless against this, and so are the Corsairs. The Wraiths are doing a great job in controlling the skies to make sure that there is nothing dropping on top of those tanks. Although he does have a Dark Templar there in the back. Dark Templar is hacking and swapping away at those tanks. Tanks are going forward. Tanks are shooting down the Templar there in the front. Microing to the best of his ability, Burgersasu is trying as hard as he can to end the game once and for all, because he has 1 chance. His economy has been decimated, so he has to end the game right here and right now. Christmas Eve has a lot of probes. He's got a pretty good amount of production gateways here, but it's not going to be enough, because this force from Burgersasu is absolutely going to town on Christmas Eve. It's a party on Christmas Eve's base, and Christmas Eve has not been invited. Look at him rolling forward. He's going to try to get those tanks within range. Oh no, Dark Templars are on the scene. There's no turrets. Scans very quickly. Dark Templars do make their escape. Does he have another scan? It's a waiting game. He's bringing over SCVs to build some turrets to detect against the Dark Templars. The Templars are going to take it down by another scan. So we still have 1 scan left in the bank. More Dark Templars are on the way, but the turrets should finish up maybe within time. He's going to target. Oh, another scan comes down. He's got 2 command centers. He had a lot of scans banked up, getting closer. Christmas Eve is dying despite getting a huge hit there on Burgersasu's main command center. Mines all over the place, and Burgersasu wins the game with a strong counterattack right after getting dropped. Or actually, he already sent his units out before he was getting dropped, but the drop did not slow him down. Beautiful, beautiful offensive push there for Burgersasu. Perfect control. Perfect timing, and I really love that he proved once and for all that you really do not need a lot of defensive structures. A lot of players built like thousands of turrets, but turns out you can just go for a timed counterattack, perfectly timed, and use the Wraiths to control the skies with the vision you get from floating structures on the sides. Very proactive game from Burgersasu. Moved out a couple of times to put pressure onto Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve looked to be in the driver's seat, but in the end, could not survive the Burgersasu. That's it for today. A short one, but I'm going to just do single games from now on, and if the game is too short, I'll do a double game. So look forward to more games between Burgersasu and Christmas Eve this week, because this is where the action is happening. See you soon.